Wasn't sure I'd make it this far up on my fancy playlist. 50 records, 50 songs. Those are this on the, well, I can't even, this on this side right here, the top 50 extras, but top 50 playlist of November 6, 2005. Number one, and I'll go into it briefly before I go into the future fancy playlist. If I can dig that up for you real quick, here it is. All right, you can tell that this has been rehearsed or not rehearsed. Number one is Nickelback from Canada. Uh, they had a nice run of hits back in the 2000s, but Photograph, the song written by Chad Kroeger, about the band growing up in a small town in Alberta, Canada. Small town called Hanna in Alberta, just, friends in high school that you hung out with, that you kind of messed around with and did some dumb things with, and, that you just drift away over the years. Maybe become friends Facebook-wise years later, and just looking back nostalgically, growing up in Alberta, small town Alberta, Hanna. Video directed by Nigel Dick, the same guy who directed Britney Spears' first video, Baby, Hit Me One More Time. Here's a little interesting tidbit. There's a part where Chad Kroeger had mentioned breaking into his high school. Now, according to him, he broke it. I guess if I read it correctly, he broke into his own high school, about 6 times, maybe 6 or 7 times. But he was charged with 11 counts of breaking and entering. And but 11 didn't rhyme in the song, so he used half a dozen. So there it is. Nickelback, Photograph, number one, up one from two on my fancy playlist, November 6, 2005. Well, that's it. Wraps up the countdown. It's done. This one done. And I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna do another one. Count down another fancy playlist. Hopefully starting next week. Still sticking with the Second Millennium channel, and it will be the first week of 2016. You can see that this fancy playlist has got it's worse for wear, but this will be a 40 song fancy playlist. Might throw in some top 40 extras, but Demi Lovato, Sam Hunt's on here, and Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber. All right, getting into it, 2016. And this, after I finish counting down that fancy playlist, if everything works out well, of course I can't guarantee that, but if everything works out well, I'm going to dive right to 1983. Back to my 80s and 90s YouTube channel and count down this fancy playlist, a 50 song fancy playlist of February the 6th, 1983. Kicking it old school. But not quite yet. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching these videos, and well, I'll see you on the next countdown. Take care, and by the way, Happy New Year, since the date is December 31st, 2017.